the oil is suctioned from the oil pan by means of the oil pump. The oil pump, right now I am going to explain how the oil pump works and how the oil pump sends it or suction the oil from the oil pump and circulate the oil internally in the block, lubricate crankshaft, camshaft, rocker arms, the head on top, and after that the oil return into the oil pump by gravity. Okay, the first step is the removal of the oil pan, and this is the oil pump. We are going to remove the oil pump carefully, and immediately you remove the oil pan. Be careful with the gasket. This is very, very important. You have access to the oil pump. That's the oil pump, and this is the strainer or filter, and this is the oil pump. This strainer, this is an important element, because what happens if this strainer is clogged? In this moment I am going to explain both scenarios. The gasoline engine, the oil pump for gasoline, and the oil pump for diesel. It's the same. It's the same function, the same operation. Okay, in this particular case, in this particular example, the oil pump engage the shaft of the driver gear have a slot, and the slot enter in the spring on the shaft of the distributor for gasoline engines. You see, like the picture, like the video, those elements engage one into the other one, and when the distributor is spinning, the oil pump is running and suction oil. And how the distributor is spinning? The distributor is spinning because if you check here, we have a gear, and that gear engage with the gear of the camshaft. The gear of the camshaft. Yes, if you see, okay, those gears engage one with the other one. When the camshaft is move the distributor, and the distributor sends the spark. In gasoline engine. In diesel, when the camshaft is moving, the pump engage with this particular case. This is an example. This is a fuel injection pump, a rotary fuel injection pump. In some engines you can install that pump vertical, and if the pump is vertical, the shaft of the pump, of the fuel injection pump, engage with the driver, with the shaft of the oil pump, and the oil pump suction the oil and circulate the oil internally in the block and the head, and the oil return into the oil pump by gravity. Okay, in this video, okay, we have the bracket. This is the bracket. We remove the bracket where the dipstick is located in that bracket. Okay, in the same bracket, we bolted the filter, and you have the option to install, because normally in those brackets you have a different holes to install oil pressure gauge like this. I recommend, if you are the engineer in a big boat, in a mega yacht, I recommend that install oil pressure gauge on the bracket where the oil filter is located. This is good for you because you enter in the engine room and you can check the oil pressure of the engine easily. Or other engine, they have the oil pressure incorporated in the control box, like the picture that you have on the screen right now. This is good. This is that's your decision. If you want another oil pressure gauge, I love it. Install that oil pressure gauge in the bracket, because this is the maximum pressure produced on the engine is located in that point. This is the situation. The oil pass through the cavities, those cavities, and circulate internally. In this moment, exactly the same pass in the plain bearings for the camshaft. The oil enter over there, and you have lubrication in all the plain bearings. Yes, my friends, because the oil, you see, the oil penetrate those holes and produce the film of oil in between the crankshaft or camshaft and the bearing. And this is the pressure that you read in the oil pressure gauge. For that reason, the quality of the bearings should be the appropriated quality. The quality of the bearings should be perfect. and the tolerance in between the bearings and the crankshaft or camshaft should be according with the manufacturer specifications. If not, the oil pressure is not the appropriate. Okay, the oil in the bottom, in the oil pan, you have the oil, and the oil pass through the strainer. This is the strainer. The oil continue in. This is the oil pump. The oil pump that we disassembly a couple of minutes, and the oil continue and penetrate to the crankshaft and camshaft, and penetrate and also pass internally through the connecting rods. The majority of the diesel engine, the connecting rods are hollow, and the oil pass internally. And additionally, there are oil jets, and the oil jets spray the oil in the bottom of the piston. But you remember that the piston have the oil controller rings and the oil return. The oil controller rings and the oil return. And other amount of oil goes through the push rods and lifters, goes out and return in the bottom for gravity. Return for gravity. And here the oil return. This is the explanation about the path of the oil.